Welcome back to Disco Elysium, where we just let Ruby escape in order to have her not kill herself. We're now to examine her tent here, because I'm convinced that she is not the murderer, and I think who might be the murderer. I was warned of one person. Dark water trace into the distance, there's no way out. Cooking utensils, she had prepared porridge with bananas. Dramine. And 8 real. I'm pretty sure I was warned about one person not to trust her, and I think that is the killer. So I assume the mercenaries did somehow... I still can't piece it together. Class, he might be one of my crew. Yeah, that's what we learned last episode too. That I am a professional killer for the Puta Madre, which is also what the fuck is going on there? It's good that I lost my mind, because otherwise I would have played this game otherwise. Maybe I'll play it again as a professional killer, and I know that I am secretly, while telling everyone I lost my identity. That may be an interesting way to play the game, knowing what's at the end. The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. Look inside. The tent looks old but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some book, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes. Look at the books. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A mortal carriage lies buried in the snow, on one cover, on another, a ghost airship. You can also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines. See anything? Shift through the magazines. Riga Monthly, Journal of Material Science, More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine, it's a leather notebook. Take the notebook. You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind. We should read this immediately, like right now. As we have here. Read the journal. Yeah, of course I'm reading the journal. A well-loved journal with a brown leather cover and the brand name Schneller embossed on the back. It seems to have served as a loyal friend to a lonely traveler. As always, before every interaction I'm doing a quick save in case I accidentally click the wrong option and choose no instead of yes or something like that. A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket. Examine the cover. It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. This was important to her when it was still hers. Unwind the strap. The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its rude pages have been filled. Study the handwriting. The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently. Perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins. Flip through the pages. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated. It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this. What kind of logistics? Hard to tell exactly, it's mostly noted down in code, looks like contact information, quantities, directions. There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this. What are the diagrams of? Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor. Sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape. Anything personal. Short, dry observations of people and places, probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few pages passages with many questions in them. Staff issues, always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal. How far back do the entries go? First entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. No one is indispensable. What did she write the day Lely died? Nothing on March 4th, March 5th, though. Well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad that there's loyal to a fault, but that's another matter entirely. She's referring to betraying her previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense? Anything about La Puta Madre? The name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small one now. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9 and 15th. So 9th. Great, M's peone is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching, but also I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head. While I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break, well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? Were you supposed to find her even apart from the investigation then, on M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like this. This must be a mistake. Am I sure this is a mistake? Look at me. Whatever you may look like, you don't feel like a hired assassin. Read the entry for March 12th. Being holed up here for 3 days now, I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys for example, but experience tells me whatever. Did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends absurdly. Okay. What's the most recent entry? The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run? Not really my idea of the open road. Manor was really looking forward to winning. The tenant taps on the page. It looks like she might have been framed. That would be a first or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed. If she didn't do it, then maybe it's good that we didn't catch her. I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than with us, especially if she has problems with the Madre. Kim, am I really a La Puta Madre agent? No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure. He truly does not believe you are. Perhaps he shouldn't be so trusting. His trust is well placed. You aren't. You can feel it. Then who do you think killed the merc? Classy was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, or... But no one heard the shot. Maybe she had an accomplice? Either way, we need to keep an eye on her. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the wording and rakes. Questions to ask. We should get to it. Okay, we got to another point, which we don't need right now. We put it in later. Return to the whirling after your instigator debacle. Someone there has got something to answer to. Ruby said you were notoriously corrupt cop La Puta Madre's peone. That's why she was scared of you. When you get the chance, call your station to find out more. If you dare. I dare. Definitely I dare. I wanna know. Why can't I? I hope this isn't too loud for you. I had to do something with the mic. Let's see. Brata, now's the time. Time for what? Oh, you will see. It feels like the tile's rubbing itself against your chest like a cat in heat. First, the spirits, the blue medicinal spirits. Grab the bottle and uncork it. It is time to unleash the other word. Wait, right now? Ruby's gone. I don't really think there's anything to celebrate here. Hush, hush, bratan. Now is not the time to celebrate. Now is the time to get ready. Trust me on this. This is what it's all been building towards. It's gonna be off the hook. It's off all hooks. Slowly uncork the blue medicinal spirit. The bottle opens with a silent, mysterious hiss. The fumes rising from its mouth are as crisp as the northern winds, howling somewhere, lashing the boardwalk with brine and rain, and ancient worms crawls under your skin. Now, bratan, take me off. What? I didn't know I could do that. Bratan, have I ever lied to you? Just take me off. The necktie tugs encouragingly at your neck. Take the necktie off. Your fingers manage to undo the oily knot and the necktie slides off. It looks so frail sitting there in your hand, weighing almost nothing. Now what? Now put me in the bottle. But why? Trust me, just trust me, you and I are going to have so much fun it should be illegal. I suspect that it might be. Just put me in the bottle, bratan. I'm not gonna let you down, you and I are like the same person. I put the necktie in the necktie tie in the bottle. As the necktie slides into the purifying liquid, large stains of grease rise off from it and float to the surface. There they quickly dissolve and disappear completely. Cleansed by the blue spirit fire of 98.7 pure alcohol, the fabric looks almost new again. No longer like a disgusting worm of the lower intestine, but like a colorful and deadly poisonous reef snake of the Indian Ocean. So what next? The necktie floats in the bluish liquid with an almost unearthly grace. Necktie? There's silence. Cork the bottle and put it away. We have a spirit bomb. The lieutenant has been observing you quietly all this time. He's struggling to keep silent, but finally seems to give up. I've got you to ask. What are you doing? Okay, Kim, I didn't want to tell anyone, but my necktie has been talking to me lately. Of course it has. It started when I woke up in the whirling and wrecks. It's been talking to me ever since. And what has the necktie been telling you, if I may ask? We're buds, mostly goofing around. Okay, so why did you put it in the bottle? Why not, Lieutenant? Right. Okay. Anyway, I'm glad you told me your necktie has been speaking to you. That must not have been easy. For a second it looks like he's about to add something. We're all under stress. This is turning into a great big mess. I'm not judging. Just keep it together. But then he turns away, his gaze fixed on the road ahead. Let's go. Be ready, bratan. Your spirit guide to the party scene. The horrific necktie is floating serenely in the blue medicinal spirit. As it's 98.7 alcohol, this necktie cocktail is extremely flammable and should be kept far away from an open flame. Instead of what, though? That's Inland Empire. I need the pistol. Okay, so I got my... I think I'm going to use this as a Molotov cocktail. So I have a Molotov cocktail and a gun now. Also, I need something around my neck. Let's see, what do we have? No need for drama. Inland Empire and Volition. What didn't I get? I did get a point, it just didn't tell me. Didn't I have 8 a moment ago? I had 8 morale once. What else am I wearing? Shivers is good. That's logic. I don't really need logic. What I'll need is hand-eye coordination for the gun. Which is one of the jackets. The coat. And also I don't need logic. Oh, there's also hand-eye coordination. Well, this is authority. Yeah, I want to have the armor boots instead of the the sneakers. The sneakers are the only thing that give me hand-eye coordination, though. I'm pretty sure I need that for a gunfight. Why don't I have hand-eye coordination glasses? That's like the most normal thing to imagine, to have a bonus for hand-eye coordination. Okay. What else do we have here? That's savoir-faire. That's good. Head. For that, then we have an authority cap instead of a logic cap. Because this gives me -1 perception, so it's basically just a +1, so I can also take the other hat. That's bullshit to wear this hat, and that's... yeah, okay. I'm wearing my... That looks stupid. Yeah, Inland Empire and Volition. I think I'll go with that. Otherwise I could go with a pain threshold, which might be good too. Or the shivers, but that goes minus physical instrument. So let's look. Hand-eye coordination. Let's directly put 2 points into that. Also, do I still have this thought equipped that gives me automatic... Oh no, I put it away, did I? Was one of those? The precarious word, I think? I had an automatic hand-eye coordination one. No, it was the door, I think. No, the door was minus something. We need to get the Wasteland of Reality done. Also, we still need to have our last dream. Would be nice to be able to sleep. Did I look... I'm taking a short going back towards the water there, because Kuno did kick off the helmet into the water, so it might have washed up here. But it didn't. Also not over here. Maybe we need this to find out. Okay, no. Okay. You're taking that back. Molotov cocktail and gun. I'm ready for a fight. How much hand-eye coordination did I now have? 6? Minus from thought. Okay, which thought gives me minus hand-eye coordination? Actual art degree. Great. I can get rid of the actual art degree though, because I think game's almost over. So let's go out here. By the way, I did a point of no return save before going in to Ruby in case we can't get the last dream after the point of no return. It's snowing here and I still haven't had the thought that maybe it's over here. Oh, there's something over here. Wait, take a longer look at yourself and how you're reflecting that slick chemical rainbow. What do you see? Metaphor. It's always metaphor. Some kind of metaphor for me. This is more important than you. That's the blood of industry you see before you. The runoff from Coal City further down the coast. The engines of fortune once wrought here. Great wealth poured into Revachol, the Delta. As that smoke wastes Signet's life. What happened? The engines stopped. The West Revacholian industrial base was dismantled after the war. Now extinguished coke furnaces dot the landscape. A landscape despoiled by industry. I don't see the problem. Ravisher moved on to a service industry. Get with the times, yo. Right, here's some advice that's good for business and life. Never fight a losing battle. I'm not even to argue with you. Yeah, rhetoric loses against me. So I assume we had the snow thought thingy before we had the real thought thingy. You were selling drugs, yeah?
Tequila sunset.
Not you. You.
The legend. He's back and thirsty. I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spice things up.
Nope. He's just selling stuff that we don't need. Oh, that would be great. But I think I still have a bottle of speed. No, that's Pyrrolidon. No, we have a bottle of speed here. Okay. We can up our hand-eye coordination if we so have to by 4 more points through that. Only losing 4 morale, which we can bear with no problems at all. I'm not believing in the Phasmid anymore. And maybe if we fail to do the Kühne thing and just return that way. Okay. Stop. Just up ahead. Danger. You are prepared. Don't put away your friend. Your weapon. It's glowing in your hand, ready to serve. The holy tail end of the necktie turned fuse glistened in the cool spring light. Kim, there's danger. Up ahead. Yes, I hear commotion. Let's go. I'm ready to do this. Good, be ready to take damage. That's what I was thinking about. Okay, big fight. Let's go over this one more time. I have all the armor pieces that I can equipped. This is physical instrument savoir-faire. That's not bad. Inland Empire Volition to warn me of stuff. Could also go for Shivers, but isn't really worth it. Or Drama. I don't think that's worth it. Visual Calculus is this thing that I need most of these. Maybe Inland Empire, but that downs Perception, which is not what I want. No need for Empathy or Logic, I think. This Authority. How's our Authority doing? It's at 7. Yeah. I think we're ready. Ready to roll.
I'm all out of shits to give, Loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
It's the fucking reckoning. Here they are. 2 guys. 3 guys. In power armor. That's classy here. That's classy here. That's the guy we had at the gates. That's the guy at the gates. That's the guy that shot the other guy from the island. And they're against. They're working against Titus and his crew here.
Put your goddamn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through, all right?
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck!
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. Kim, what's going on here?
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Crypt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
Yeah, they set it up.
You all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
there's even more to it. She arrived here 3 months earlier, so they were planning that way earlier, when that it was not Joyce Messier who was here, but the guy before that. That's when they arrived.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fella?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it. It's this guy. It sounds like the armored figure is
Net
weeping.
in your abdominal cavity, like a little wired mouse.
The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
There's the third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant points to the helmeted figure. The third one, he is the most dangerous of them all, heavily armed. Lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there. What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
He doesn't want to, but he must. We're out of time, this is.
The mercenary tribunal.
The big one is the mercenary at the gates.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
A sound strategy. He's the leader. Okay, let's walk away for now. I think gives us the possibility to save again for a point of no return save.
No, we have to step in. This is not going to end well if we don't.
That was good. Okay. Good that I tried it. Good to know. Survived the mercenary tribunal. Wow. Stop. This is the police.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backward. I think he calmed down a bit.
Fuck!
It's the only word you can make out. It doesn't sound calm. I can see you're drunk.
Oh yeah, welcome to the fucking party. You're probably gonna get killed too. I don't give a shit if you're cops.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the blue medicine spirit in your hands seem to have a pulsating glow. It feels enticing somehow. Alright, endgame. Light me on fire and throw me in his face. Wait, it's a good thing you have an anthropomorphic petrol bomb. It really is, but you have to soften him up first. Present an argument. Even if it comes to a fight, it's a good idea to get under his skin first. Light a bomb in the... Where's Glacier? There's Glacier. Talk about the hanged man. Name Alice Courtenay. He was fostered, had blue eyes. Can also think about an argument. Listen, they didn't do it. Yeah, who did then? You should implicate yourself. Throw yourself into the embrasure. Chest first. It was Glacier. She. Was it her? I think it was you. But you're so angry, I think it's... I just need a little time to figure this out. Time? You had time to fuck around that church. To run errands for your union chief, I saw you. Time's up, loincloth. It was someone else, someone who is not here now. How fucking convenient. Actually, they are here. It was one of you. One of us, you're saying me? What if I just shot one of your pals right here, right now? How about the kid? Go ahead, tell me you fucking killed our own corner one more time. Listen, please, this cop and this drumhead court-martial won't decide who. Think, why doesn't he believe me? The Hardy Boys confessed to hang him all together. Titus said we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud, in public place. Listen, he was shot. He wasn't hanged. Listen to me. You're lying. The Paul heard it. He doesn't move the map. A KL Model 40 revolver, 8 rounds in the barrel. The gun slowly sways in his hand from inebriation. You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us to find the shooter. The hanging was only a cover-up. Listen. Fucking liars. He pulls the trigger. A plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle of his gun. The shot rings in your ears, a low, tiny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown overhead, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her. The man looks at his revolver and smiles. I missed. Not true, he purposefully over-aimed and shot the window. You had him second-guessing himself, only for a second. Do not assume he will miss next time. I know what I heard, Kurti. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night. That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot. Okay, change the topic. Talk about the hanged man suggestion. I think I'll do that, because I know his name and everything. Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about this dead friend coming out of your mouth. Here's the starters. Who are you, Corty? Sergeant Major Raul Courtenier, reporting in to burn this fucking muthead to the ground. As he moves, the interlocking pieces of his armors click softly. Click, click, click. The realization comes to you like a picture puzzle coming together. His name is Raul Courtenier. The dead man's name is Alice Courtenier. He is brothers with the deceased. No, probably foster brothers. Alice was put into a foster home, remember? And then he bellows, for killing, maiming, humiliating our commanding officer, you're all sentenced to death by lead. His parents, Courtenier, I know that name. He sways from left to right, inspecting you. Raoul and Alice Courtenier, I'm sorry about your brother, Raoul. He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beaten to place by the same sick fuck. And then went to the same military academy and the same unit and the same war. Same fucking muttered town too. Okay, good. His parents left him in a fucking leaf compactor. Who, Lely? Yes, when he was small, just an infant. We researched him, we contacted the ICP and looked at his birth records. That was in there, and other things. They fucking put Lely in a leaf compactor and now these cunts finished the job? There's real anguish in his voice, a drunken sadness suddenly engulfs him. Memories. It's a mindfuck, Corty. He wasn't put in a leaf compactor, they're making it up to fuck with us. Major permission to open fire. We can't have that. Interfere now. Your brother did not deserve to go out like that. I promise. I will find his killer. Find his killer, cop. His killer stands right here, shitting his pants, and you're standing in the way protecting him. I know that this tactic, Silas Sam. You're gonna die for them right here, today. Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it's got him off center. Think of an argument then. Alright, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Krenner would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. Really? None of this looks like it's going to do anything but piss him off. You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely. Downwell was in the thing. You were called Downwell once. What happened? What happened always when you get good at your job? That name meant night raids, fucking extrajudicial, funky time, burnt villages, shit that sounds better on the radio. The same thing happened when we were caught, whatever the fuck it was. Probably won't be caught Krenel for much longer either. Not after this shit. Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something. I know we're classiest, that's bullshit. There's also bullshit because she isn't here to say that. They are drunk. Yeah, and? That doesn't help. Who's that? Yeah, that doesn't help either. So, I'm not doing the check every option thing here because I think we are on like a time trial and they will shoot if I do stuff badly. Now, the spirit bomb and launch it at him because he's distracted by Jungle's story. I figured out the armor. I got him talking and he's thinking of a leaf compactor. Let's get at it. No snake eyes, please. Yes, it's green. The upper guy. With a crash of shattering glass and a terrible roar, the fire draws in oxygen. The bomb hits the mercenary in the chest. Why this one? Why not that one? Swallowing him in flames as he staggers backward. In the fiery inferno you see your tie coiling around the man's neck. It is no longer horrific, but beautiful and pure. I only ever wanted to have fun, Harry. It calls out to you one last time. Wait, I didn't even know your name. My name, should you know, is Jupson A.S. Men's Fashion Model Colorful Tie, Catalogue number J327. I know so little about you. How did we meet? One day a sad man walked into a clothing store. He looked really down, like he hadn't had fun in years. He needed someone to show him how to rock and roll again. Jupson A.S. Catalogue number J327 shown on the tie rack, trying to get his attention. The sad man picked it up and put it on. He looked at himself in the mirror, didn't smile. I'm young again. And from that moment on we rode together. The rest of your clothes were still more normal back then, but we took care of that soon enough. Did we have any fun? Truthfully, not a lot. I did everything a multi-pattern tie can do to help a man. I mean, I tried to get you to do all the fun things. Drink beer, drink wine, drink cider, go to parties with young people around and drink beer and cider. Do drugs too, so you don't fall asleep. You had some fun, but not enough to hear you. What's wrong with me? Your heart is broken, Bratushka, and it cannot be mended. Believe me, I've tried. Am I going to stay like this forever? No, you're going to be mowed down by the gunfire from the two remaining Moyaks, so no, not forever. Who broke my heart? You both did, Bratan. Deep down you know it was the both of you. No, it was her mostly. Don't lie to him, Necktie. What's going on with that guy? This guy, well, his face has cracked open into a scream of terror. It looks like he's performing some sort of shamanistic dance that requires you to be on fire. Yeah, his body contorts in a very disturbing manner. There's no mincing words with this one. He's dying a horrible, painful death as you're talking to your tie in your head. It smells like a steak on the grill, the burning flesh in your nostrils. May he find peace by his stepbrother. It's good to see you still have capacity for compassion, my friend. Deep down you're a good man. Goodbye, Necktie. See you on the other side. The necktie disintegrates into molten heat, its last remaining embers letting out a pop and crack that sound like, Harry, for God's sake, watch out. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of his rifle sways slowly. I have to protect Kim. I can't dodge the shot, but I can go in front of the shot because I have the armor. Kim, where's Kim? From the corner of your eyes, see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rudd. He's trying to find a straight line of sight before the rifleman can take you out. In the background, the leader is still on fire. Blink. Think. You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rudd's mask behind it, his eye on the slit of the helmet like a camera lens focusing on you. 0.4 seconds remain. There are 6 little Black dots in the tip of the barrel like a honeycomb. This is a Nook cannon. It shook 6 rounds in one pull of the trigger. Absolute destruction. God, you're so too afraid to think further. Time's running out. Reaction speed. Didn't we already do it? We had something here, yeah, like the spirits thing. 42%. Let's fucking go. Yes! It is a 6-shot gun. Not a 1-shot gun. You leap left. A swarm of angry lead passives mere centimeter from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Looks like the lightest of trucks. I am alive. The man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot. Watch out to your left. DePaul is about to take a shot too, at Kim. Lieutenant aims, face pale without tremble. He quickly utters, God, please. He's aiming for the eye slot in Root's helmet, an extremely difficult shot. Then 2 shots swing at once. One from Lieutenant Kitsuragi's pistol and one from DePaul's. It's aimed at Kim, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you. Oh my god. Is Titus shot? That's Titus over there, the hand we see. Kim, did he hit the rifleman? Blood gushes from the helmet's eye socket as Root staggers back, disorientated. The sound coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant, who screamed. Glenn! Glenn dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. I think I succeeded every single thing until here, so I think this death is unavoidable. Oh god, watch out. You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through the burning meat into flames. With the face boiling off, the man raises his pistol at you, then he squeezes the trigger. Look at the burning man in the eye, the look of vengeance framed by melting skin. This is the last thing he will do on Earth, but he will do it. He will end you. Here it comes. Death. I cannot evade the shot. I let it happen. And I have the armor on. Am I dreaming now? Then I have to get rid of the music. No, I'm not hearing the dreaming music. You simply blink, then something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire and your legs... Yeah, pelvis! That's perfect! I have armor on. Your entire lower body is on fire and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a ragdoll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into... Listen through the darkness and the pain. The Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting, dying. Someone jumps over you. Nearby gunfire shatters glass. Stop! The cop, protect the cop. He's down. Touch your lower body. Feel slick and warm with blood. The pain is too strong. I have armor on! The pain is too strong to know what has happened there. Even clutching to your consciousness takes everything you've got. What parts of me are missing? Most of what's down there. Oh god. It's all gone. Open your eyes now. You have to see what's happening. No, it's just a fear. Even if, who cares? No one wants you anyway. What do I see? Nothing. A persistent darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by him like a hellish play. Out of it, a silhouette appears, crouching over you. You're bleeding out. What? I had the armor on and he hit me in the pelvis. That's where I was armored. There's white shadow that smells like apricot. It's always there. Stay with me. Please call her, Kim. She won't listen to me. Yes, you keep talking, you hear me, stay awake, but you can't, it's so hard, your eyelids grow heavy and the sounds ever more distant, and the cold comes over you. Kim too is somewhere far away, almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him. A slender white shadow towering, someone stands there raising a pistol at him. Lieutenant does not see it, he's pushing down on your wound. with both hands. Scream immediately, he's gonna die. No, Kim. No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand tremors and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There's no room for hesitation. Then moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him. You hear a faint scream, a woman's, then the sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman's gone, so is Kim, then the whole world. I fall into darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
No, let me back into the fight.
There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh, God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting. Moaning in his sleep.
Thinking about it, did I have music turned out off the entire time? Great. I'll turn it on again after the dream.
And rotting. And being disinfected. And smelling of drugs and feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers. Thrashing in his wound sleep.
He can't go, not before the case is solved. There's a radio in the distance, a radio of the world, playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Cuprous kinema.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
Phew. I should have been protected by the armor. I'm still not getting it. You see Kim's familiar shape in the orange jacket that turns double then triple from the pain. Who did write my room? Kim. Sunrise Parabellum, the lieutenant says. He's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room with a fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises. What happened? What happened? You threw an improvised petroleum bomb at the major. A firefight ensued. Is he dead? Very, he died in the hospital. A blood-stained killer. I'm a killer. You're an officer of the RCM. As retaliation, their rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged? I dodged. Then I shot and wounded him while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive. This is not the first person to die in this place, he goes on. Titus fed Angus and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to the intensive care. Titus survives. So do Elaine and the musician. I forgot his name. Eugene? Yes, he's still alive too. You were bleeding out by then. Why was I bleeding out? I had that goddamn armor on. I'm thinking about safe scumming that. I was able to disarm one of them, the Paul, before she got the jump on me. Thank you. I killed her, and that's what happened. And they're all dead, all three of the contractors? The Paul was the last to die. Everett had their bodies returned to Crenel for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate. Why? Because we deterred them, or Joyce did. Maybe the harbor in full lockdown, it's too costly a target, or maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon, I don't know. So you also killed? He nods. I thought you only smoked one a day. This is the one. How many casualties on the Union side? 4. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, and Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And that's all. Not that bad, all things considered. Oh no, Harry, it's pretty bad. 6 people are dead. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized yet. And we're still alive, both of us. He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies. What did you say? Sunrise? Sunrise parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying. Isn't it written on... It's written off my gun. On my gun. Cops like it. Is it war today? The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I'm relieved to say. I think we may have held it off for now. Barely. Ouch. That's right. Ouch indeed. Ouch. It's not ouch time yet. You get a Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off. The room. It's clean. Mr. Guard cleaned it. It took him an entire day. How long have I been out? 2 days. In and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water. How bad am I hurt? Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. I don't have a leg armor. The boots stop at the knee. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacteria infection treated with mercurochrome. Can I walk? We'll see. If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you're going to become a psycholocomotor. I am a psycholocomotor. Good, you need to be, whatever that is. Has anyone from a station been to see me? No. A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicamer is his name. Jean Vicamer. The Westfeld vanishes under the wheels of the machine, and ahead a harbor crane rises to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says. Isn't that strange? I caught your station after the fight. The injury was locked in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the side. Oh, you haven't seen any, have you? I'm sure they're worried about you. That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They were not really worried about you. If they were, wouldn't they be here? If they're so worried about me, where are they? I don't know. If not my station, then who treated me? I did. Thank you. No need. Are you hurt? Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I try not to move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me. Okay. Get up. Let's assess the damage that was done. Easy now. Your head turns double again before your eyes, an orange sheer of pain. How are you? I feel fantastic. Let's rock. What happens now, Kim? I honestly don't know. You don't know? We can't talk to Everett. The harbor's in lockdown. Everyone is in there. In there is gout outside our grasp too. Joyce has left too, thanks to our meddling. You don't think it was a good idea? I don't know what to think. It might not have been a bad idea. There is a pin somewhere in the machine. Something is keeping Crennel from sending in a death squad. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone and Clausia too. We really should have arrested her, you know? Wait, Clausia's gone too? Oh yes, she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. Asked Mr. Guard. Turns out it was a bad idea to not to arrest her. Maybe it was a good cheat that will pay off in heaven. Who would have figured? By the way, the lieutenant does not actually believe you will be spiritually reimbursed for letting her escape. You just have to live with it. Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hanged man? I don't know. I think the theory you represented, it's someone else outside our circle of suspects, was right. It would better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. The fucking Maybells. The goddamn footprints. Okay. The fucking mailbox, Kim. The flowers. This one. This flower, remember. Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything. He's wrong. No, every piece of garbage in the city is connected to the case. Okay. He says, clearly not meaning it. This is because I'm a la puta madre peone, is it? Don't be narcissistic. Half of the cops in Revacol West are as peones. Even if you are, it's not a decisive factor in this case. That does make some sense. What about the hole in the wall? Someone was checking her out. I don't know. That's been there for years. The goddamn footprints. God curse the footprints not solving the case for us. Oh diable. There's still a 28% possibility the shot came from a distance. We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in Z2. I agree with us. What else? See, there's that. You can do ballistics. An antique bullet from a Bill McGrath. How hard can it be to find one? It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We've found one, all completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless. There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches. Revolutionary era. We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them. But they seemed so mysterious. I can't believe they're fucking useless. No need to be melodramatic. Okay, so once more, Claudia has escaped? Absolutely. The one girl in the armor just looked like Claudia. Have I thought about that wrong? Absolutely. There's no other way to go about it. We screwed up. He's made his peace with it. He's had the time to do so. The miracle hasn't happened yet. It's not over yet. He does not know what to reply. Look out of the window, then back at you. It's morning outside, you think. You know what I think about solving crimes? He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead. Solving crimes is hard. It really is very hard. That concussion must be making him dizzy. You're not ready to give up, are you? No. Are you ready to limp? I'm ready. Good. Where do you want to limp? The lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics. Also, it's most close enough to endure the walk. We should shake Mrs. Katarzyna Alasia's room upstairs. Why not? And he extinguished the cigarette on the sole of his boot. Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through? I don't know. I can't think of anything better. Perhaps it will eat something. That was a disaster. Look, the door's open. You can walk right into Kim's room. You see gleaming white enamel. No bottles inside. A regular, clean-shaven police officer. The alarm is set for 6:50 a.m. Medicine is supplies on the cupboard. Mercurochrome, a scalpel, antibiotics. And we'll interact with his ledger and read his ledger and see the marks at his ledger in the next episode. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.